video, I share how to pick the right rosehip oil, what rosehip oil can do and can't do for our face, and finally I'm also going to share some rosehip oil product recommendations from the Nykaa website. Here are 5 things that you need to look for if you want to pick the right rosehip oil product. The first one is, look at the ingredient list. Does it say rosehip fruit oil or rosehip seed oil? This is important because you see, rosehip oil is extracted from the fruit of a plant called Rosa canina. Now, rosehip oil can be extracted either from the seed of this fruit or it can be extracted from the entire fruit. If it's extracted from the entire fruit, it includes the seed and the pulp. Now, if it's extracted from the entire fruit, it's going to be more beneficial for our face than if it's extracted from just the seed of this fruit. And that's why when you check the ingredient list, if it says rosehip fruit oil, it's going to be more beneficial for your skin than if it says rosehip seed oil. And since rosehip oil is extracted from the plant Rosa canina, it can also say Rosa canina fruit oil or Rosa canina seed oil. Now, sometimes it can just say rosehip oil. Now, if it says just rosehip oil on the ingredient list, I'm going to assume the lesser of the two. I'm going to assume that it's extracted just from the seed of the Rosa canina fruit. The second thing is, check the extraction process. Now, all good manufacturers mention the extraction method that they've used to get this oil out of the fruit or the seed. There are different types of extraction methods and the strength of the oil changes depending on which extraction method was used. Cold pressed extraction method is a good extraction method, and most manufacturers of good rosehip oil use this method for extracting the oil. Now, there is another method which is even better than the cold pressed extraction method. That's the CO2 extraction process. Now, oil that has been extracted using the CO2 extraction process is actually a super good oil. Having said that, oil that uses the CO2 extraction method is often far expensive and not many manufacturers use this method. So it's actually a bit difficult to find oils which have used CO2 extraction method. So if it's not CO2 extraction method, look for the cold pressed extraction method. If the manufacturer does not mention the extraction process, assume that they haven't used a good extraction method. And extraction method matters when it comes to picking the right rosehip oil. The third thing is, look out for these not so good ingredients. Now, check the ingredient list and check if it's got any fragrance or essential oils. Now, these are not good ingredients. They will end up irritating your skin, and irritation in the long run will lead to a pigmented skin. On the ingredient list, if it's got another oil called rose geranium oil, which is a very common oil found in many rosehip oil products, this rose geranium oil is purely there for adding fragrance for the skin. It will also end up irritating your skin in the long run. And another oil is rose oil. Rose oil is not good for the skin at all. It's also there purely for fragrance. Rose oil is not the same as rosehip oil. Rose oil is extracted from the rose plant, from the petals of the rose flower. Not a good ingredient to put on our face. Since you're in the market for rosehip oil, if the ingredient list says 100% rosehip oil, then it's a good product. That's what you're after, not these additional oils which can end up irritating our skin. The fourth thing is, the packaging matters. In fact, I would go as far as saying, even before you check the ingredient list, check the packaging. It has to be in a dark bottle, dark amber bottle, because you see, rosehip oil, from the time you open it, its clock starts ticking. It can get oxidized very quickly, and once it gets oxidized, it's actually going to not be very good for the skin. It's going to cause some irritation on the skin, and the worst thing is, you might actually not even realize that the product has gone bad and you might continue using it. So that's why a dark bottle really matters when it comes to ingredients like rosehip oil, because that will kind of preserve the oil a bit longer. Finally, check the source. Again, good manufacturers often mention the source from where they've got this rose canina fruit. Now, if it says organic certified, it's really good. That's helpful. Now, if it also says it's a single source product, that's again a good news. You see, what happens is, any product which has been extracted from plant, a lot of its efficacy, its efficiency depends on where it was extracted, depends on the soil, depends on the water there, depends on the climate there, depends on the geographical conditions, etc. Now, if a manufacturer doesn't say it's single source, that means they've kind of used multiple sources, and when they use multiple sources, it's basically Probably they've used some good quality ones, some not so good quality ones to fill it up. A good manufacturer usually will say it's a single source, or will at least mention that it has been extracted from the plants from, let's say, foot of the Himalayas or something like that, just one source. Having said that, I don't see many manufacturers in the Indian market saying this, but I wish more of them did. At least if we know what to look out for, we can hold them to that standard, and so hopefully in the future more and more manufacturers will start answering to our demands. Now, how it helps rosehip oil our skin is, first thing it does is it actually supports well aging of the skin. So for the skin to age well, we need vitamin A derivatives on our skin. Now these are ingredients like retinol, retinal and retinoic acid. Now rosehip oil is not a vitamin A derivative, but what it does have is an ingredient called beta-carotene. Now when beta-carotene is put on the skin, eventually after a few different conversions on the skin, it will get converted to retinoic acid. It's not going to be as effective as vitamin A derivatives because there's a lengthy conversion process, so it's going to be a very small or a small strength retinoic acid, not enough to give the same benefits as what vitamin A derivatives can do, but it does give it some benefits. Second thing it does is it actually reduces the inflammation on our skin. It calms our skin. This is important because any product which reduces the inflammation is always a good thing to use, because inflammation, irritation, redness on the skin has to be controlled on a regular basis. Otherwise, it will eventually lead to pigmented skin. And the third thing it does is it actually strengthens the skin barrier function. Now you see the top layer of the skin acts as a shield, it acts as a barrier, it protects the skin, it keeps the skin hydrated and prevents the skin from having too many breakouts. Now for this to happen well, for this to function well, skin needs a few different ingredients, and one of these ingredients is linoleic acid, and rosehip oil is rich in linoleic acid. So again, a good ingredient to have because it's going to strengthen the skin's barrier function. The fourth property is it does have some antioxidant properties, again a small amount of antioxidant properties. What I mean by that is on the skin, something nasty called free radicals constantly gets formed. Now these free radicals age our skin. They destroy the good cells in our skin. So ingredients which are antioxidants go and neutralize the free radicals, and rosehip oil does have some antioxidant property. And finally, it's acne friendly because it's not going to clog the pores. So you don't want ingredients which can clog the pores if your skin is prone to acne. This rosehip oil, though it's an oil, it doesn't actually clog the pores, which is a good thing. And another thing is because it's rich in linoleic acid, which is also used to strengthen the skin's barrier function, that helps acne prone skin. Because you see, what acne prone skin lacks is linoleic acid. It has lower amounts of linoleic acid. So having linoleic acid on the skin if you're acne prone is helpful because that kind of reduces the chances of acne formation. Now the thing to note is, though rosehip oil brings in all these benefits, it brings it all in a very small amount. It's not a replacement for your retinoids, that's your retinol, retinal and retinoic acid. It's not going to be exfoliating your skin like what exfoliating acids can do. It is not a moisturizer. What it is that it's a damn good add-on skincare ingredient, and treat it as such, and don't use it as a replacement for some of the core ingredients that we need on our skin. I'm going to now share 6 product recommendations that you can buy from the Nykaa website. The first one is a Mystic Living. Now this is 100% rosehip oil. Now it is extracted from the seed, so it's going to be a bit less beneficial than the one that's extracted from the fruit. Now it does have a good packaging. It comes in 2 sizes. I like the smaller size because the smaller size seems to have a better packaging than the bigger sized one. The second one is the Innata rosehip oil. Now this is also a seed oil and it uses the cold press extraction method. I like the packaging. Both the products I've mentioned so far are from the seed. I'm really struggling. I struggled to find a good rosehip oil which uses the entire fruit. If you have some products that you could recommend which uses the entire fruit and it's available in the Indian market, please list them in the comment section. That will be really helpful. And then you've got the Ordinary. This is a bit pricey. It's also rosehip oil 100% and it is also from the seed. It uses a cold pressed extraction method. Next one is the Adhunik Ayurvedic. Again 100% rosehip oil. It's a good one. I like the packaging, but it's from the seed oil. Then we have the Juicy Chemistry. This again is 100% rosehip oil. It is a seed oil, but I like all the other things in the product. Finally, the 6th product is the Aromask's rosehip oil. Again, a seed oil. Rosehip oil I would always use only in the night time, not in the daytime, because it's got a little bit of that vitamin A derivative effect, so I don't want any vitamin A derivative sitting on my face in the daytime. And also another thing, any facial oil, it kind of dilutes the sunscreen. So in the morning time, it's all about sunscreen. So keep the facial oils to the night time. I want to now share a couple of other good products that I really like, but they're not available in the Indian market. But I do want to share with you guys anyway. The first one is the Mugu Rosehip oil. This is a fruit oil that's far superior than the seed oil, and it uses cold pressed extraction. And the second one is the 𝗏𝗏 Rosehip oil. Now this one also uses a fruit oil, and it also uses a CO2 extraction method. It is definitely a bit more pricier than the others, but this one fits all the boxes. That's about it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like and do subscribe to my channel. That will really help me a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.